to make a long story short, the whole Girls and Gays Alliance called formation is just everybody dipped out. Like everybody imploded the alliance. And I felt like, wasn't it like 6 people inside that alliance? So y'all really could have had the votes. Y'all really could have, wooed in Lamar and Chris Kattan and Todd Bridges and the rest of the grandpas and sleepers in the home to try to make things go your way. But yet y'all ain't do that. Y'all ain't do that. And y'all could have held y'all's alliance intact, but everybody wanted to backstab each other from the very beginning. And I'm like, oh my God. I thought, Cynthia had a really good fighting chance, but she's been aligned with so many backstabbers that I'm kind of thinking sis is, being sabotaged. And, they're trying to get rid of the Real Housewives. All right. So it's a whole hot ass mess. First things first, Misha did end up winning the HOH. She is the MMA fighter. Great for her. I think, what was extremely telling since the very beginning of the series is when they were up there on those swings and Misha won that HOH. Todrick went to Misha and said, girl, I will fall if you keep me safe. Misha was like, okay. Teddy literally tried the same tactic and Misha said, no. So that just let me know right there that Teddy was in danger. I knew from that moment that it was a great possibility that Teddy would go home. And it also showed me later on, once Misha started building up her alliances, that she viewed strong women as intimidating and threats, right? Because there was no reason to not have Teddy be pulled into this athletes alliance versus Todrick, right? So it just let me know, okay, she doesn't like strong women. That's the only reason. I feel like the very moment Misha met Teddy, Teddy was instantly a target, and it was nothing, Teddy could have done to save herself, except to win the HOH, which she ultimately didn't. But she was doomed from the very beginning. Anyways, so Misha ended up winning the HOH, and Todrick instantly became a double agent, right? Misha pulled him into this athletes alliance with Chris Kilpatrick and I think Lamar. Is Lamar somebody? I don't even know who in the alliance, because at this point it only seems like Todrick and Misha are running the house. But we'll talk about that later on. Todrick ends up becoming a double agent. He's basically Misha's right-hand man, doing all of her dirty work, okay, conniving and lying and maneuvering. I do not like Todrick Hall in this house. I knew that I wasn't. I was trying to root for everybody black. And at the end of the day, if it is between him and a white person, no tea, no shade, I'm going to root for him. But in this moment, I do not like Todrick Hall because Todrick, he's playing this double agent thing for no reason at all. You are targeting the formation group for no reason. Like, I guess in his mind, he's thinking, okay, these people are threats, but it's just, it disgusts me. I'm disgusted at the situation. So he's playing Misha's right-hand man, meanwhile throwing everybody in the formation group, the Girls and Gays Alliance, throwing them all the way under that damn bus. But here's the thing. Misha has a conversation with Mariah and basically says, I'm thinking about putting you up as a pawn, but my target is Teddy. In Mariah's head, she's thinking, okay, Teddy is a part of this formation alliance. So let me go ahead and warn my girl that she is not safe this week. So soon after Mariah tells Teddy that she's in danger, girl, Teddy then tells Todrick, and Todrick, being the double agent, then tells Misha, and now Mariah is a target in Misha's eyes. Are y'all keeping up? Okay, maybe y'all just need to watch the show. But 9 times out of 10, if you're watching me, you're not watching the show. And honestly, don't watch the show. It's trash. I don't like it. I don't like it right now. Okay, so Cynthia then wins safety. I'm not going to go into detail about the special safety, the twist, all of that stuff. It's really dumb. I hate the theme of this season. The competitions have been really silly. I hate that part of Big Brother. I think they need to evolve it a little bit because it's a bit childish in my opinion. But yeah, Cynthia ends up winning safety through this special twist. Mariah and Carson are then put up for nominations. So in Misha's head, she's thinking, okay, Mariah went back and basically told Teddy that I was gunning for her. Therefore, now I'm gunning for Mariah. So Misha puts up Mariah. She puts up Carson as a pawn. Okay, but the whole time Carson is up as a pawn, what's his name? Todrick is in Misha's ear saying, we need to be looking at Carson. We need to be looking at Carson. Right? Which is crazy because when Todrick got in the house, him and Carson worked on RuPaul's Drag Race together. So in Carson's head, he's like, well, I know you and you know me. We're working together. We're information. You know what I'm saying? We're besties outside the house. We're going to be besties inside the house. No, sweetie. No, sweetie. Todrick had other plans. Todrick is a liar. He's a backstabber. And I believe he's playing this game as hard as anybody. And nobody has caught on to his conniving ways. And that's what frustrates me about this game. Like, how come nobody is putting two and two together that Todrick is really the main reason why the Formation Alliance is no longer an alliance? Okay, like, hello? Can nobody see that he's up there in the HOH room talking game with Misha all day, every day? When is y'all gonna connect the dots? All right? So anyways, yeah, Misha puts up Mariah and Carson for nominations. Cynthia ends up bombing the veto. The veto competition is the competition that basically gives the people who are nominated for eviction a chance to get themselves off the block, right? Essentially. Carson ends up winning the veto. He pulls himself off the block. Therefore, Misha has to put someone on the block, right? Which is great for him. You know, I like Carson. I think he's great. He's an ally to Cynthia. So anybody who's an ally to Cynthia, I want them to stay in the house because we are rooting for Cynthia. So yeah, Carson ends up winning. Cynthia bombed. It took her 22 minutes to finish the veto. Y'all, I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know if Cynthia's social game is strong enough. Girl, I'm gonna need you to really start paying attention to the competitions. Like, what the hell is going on? Anyways, so Misha went from targeting, and I'ma spell it out for you guys. Misha went from targeting Teddy, right, for no reason. I guess her reason is she's a competitor because she, I guess, kind of slick, almost won the HOH, but so did Todrick. So she went from targeting Teddy because she doesn't like women. Then she started targeting Mariah because Mariah went back and told Teddy that she was the target. And now in Misha's head, she's looking at Carson because Carson won the veto, and Todrick has been trying to plant the seed that Carson is an amazing game player socially and that Misha needs to look out for him, right? So the target was Teddy, Mariah, then Carson, right? Then Shayna, she's thinking, okay, well, if Carson comes down, somebody's going to have to go up, and I haven't talked game to Misha at all. So let me go suck, up to the HOH. Let me kiss her ass. Let me spread them cheeks and get all up in there, honey. Okay, at this point, we're past kissing. We're eating. And she goes into the HOH room, Shayna, who I don't like, and basically exposes the Formation Alliance, which at this point really isn't an alliance, which then further throws Cynthia under the bus. I'm viewing this whole season as, how does it affect Cynthia? If it affects Cynthia, in a negative way, I'm not here for it. And that's exactly what Shayna's doing. She's blowing up people's games because she doesn't want to be put on the block. And I'm just watching this little TV show like, this is why I always stop watching after 4 episodes. This is why I always stop watching, because the house always bows down to one side of the house instead of fighting. Fight. Y'all, I'm so annoyed. Okay, so Shayna ends up going there, exposing Formation of Misha. I don't know how Misha doesn't feel a ways about Todrick being a part of so many alliances. That's how you can tell that it's some shady stuff going on, but different conversation for a different day, child. Like I said, Carson goes off the block. She replaces Carson with Teddy, so now it's Teddy on the block alongside Mariah. There's a special twist that ends up having Top Bridges replace Mariah. So now we have Top Bridges, Mr. Grandpa number 1. He goes up in replacement of Mariah. next to Teddy. And then it was a 3-5 vote, I believe, to evict Teddy. So Teddy, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house, right? So I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. I tried to condense it down, honey, okay? Because I know a lot of y'all don't have, the time or the bandwidth or the capacity to even watch this BS. The schedule is crazy. I think the show premiered on a Wednesday. They had an episode on Thursday. They had another episode on Friday. They skipped Saturday. Then it comes back on Sunday. I believe it also comes on Monday. We don't know when the show comes on. It's weird. And then, am I the only one who's noticed, and maybe it's just me, maybe I'm not catching it at the right times, but since Wednesday, I have not been able to watch the feeds. Like, every time I click on it, they're gone. I'm watching puppies play in a pup pen. And I'm like, CBS, get your together. So y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel. Right now the show is trash because I just kind of feel like everybody's kissing up to Misha and her ass. And I don't like that. I mean, kudos to Misha for just not having a personality. Kudos to Misha for winning HOH. I mean, she deserved it. She stayed up there longer than anybody else. But why doesn't anybody have a backbone? Why doesn't anybody have a spine? Mariah ended up going against her original alliance. Shayna went against the original alliance. Todrick went against the original alliance. The only people that stayed true to the alliance is Carson and Cynthia, which means that Carson is next. I do feel as though Carson is going to be targeted next. And then probably Cynthia, because she's associated with Carson. So I don't know. And Cynthia is just she's not thinking game at all. Like, she's just living in the house and taking everything by chance, which is fine. But I think because she's associated with people that they want to target, that it'll be a bad situation for her. So y'all let me know how y'all feel. Let me know if you want me to continue to recap Celebrity Big Brother. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and log off. I love you guys. And don't forget to create a great day.